Good evening, friends. Thanks for your valuable comments on Twitter, Koo, and Twitter. I make sure that I read all of them and post some of them on social media. Today, we cover various news bits that will be of interest to you. The latest on the Janvi Kukreja case is that the Mumbai police has filed a charge sheet in connection with the murder of the 19-year-old Janvi Kukreja. The charge sheet stated that the blood on one accused T-shirt matched with that of Janvi Kukreja. Janvi, as you know, was killed during a New Year's Eve's party in Khar area of Mumbai. Police filed the charge sheet against the two accused, Sri Jogdankar and Diya Padalkar, and said that Janvi had received 48 injuries, including a skull fracture. Police have added statements of 74 witnesses, including statements of Janvi's friends who were present at the party. Jhanvi was murdered in a building in Khar on December 31st, 2020. What I find rather strange is that there are no witnesses in this. They say that there are witnesses, but whatever is coming is the same version that had come out in the beginning. And what the Mumbai police say is that they have strong circumstantial and forensic and technical evidence. Anyway, however, the witnesses from the party said they saw Sri with injuries after the incident. The police also said that the blood samples collected from Sri's T-shirt matched with that of Janvi. Police claimed that during the fight, Janvi tried to defend herself and in retaliation had assaulted the accused. Police further said the injuries to Jogdankar were caused during the fight. So what happened on December 31st according to the Mumbai police? Sri and Diya were behaving inappropriately on the 8th floor of a building in Khar where the celebration was taking place. Janvi had objected to the duo's behavior and the three later got involved in a fight. Around 1:45 a.m., when Janvi was on her way down, both the accused followed her and started to quarrel with her. The two accused and assaulted Janvi and pulled her by her hair till they reached the second floor, causing her serious injuries. According to the witnesses in the case, Jogdankar was seen getting intimate with Janvi, while few others said he was getting close to Padalkar. One of Janvi's college friends said she received a call from Janvi around 1:32 a.m., wherein she was heard crying, "You know, Sri and I are very close friends, but Padalkar was getting physically close with Sri and I didn't like it. I don't want to lose with either of them," Janvi allegedly told the friend. Now, here in this conversation, it's strange that Janvi would speak about Diya as Padalkar, because Diya was a best friend and a neighbor who she's known since they were children. But in this quote by the police, they say she says Padalkar. This itself is very suspicious. During the investigation, the police found a yellow bangle on the stairs of the fifth floor and a black sandal on the fourth floor. Another sandal from the pair recovered from Janvi's body was found on the ground floor. Besides, the police found earrings on the third and second floor and also found a hairband. Police claimed that these things belonged to Janvi and Diya. Sri appeared for his final exams in the Bachelor of Hospitality and Hotel Administration course from inside Taloja Jail on Tuesday. Viewers, this takes us back to square one, showing us that this is purely the police version of what happened, despite the fact they were not at the scene. They claim that they've got all this from the witnesses, and they're relying on witnesses' reports and CCTV footage and forensic evidence. So like many others, I still remain skeptical about this case seeing the daylight anytime soon, especially because it is handled by Param Bir Singh and Trimuke. Breaking news in the case of Sachin Vaze is that there is a new twist in the Sachin Vaze probe. NI reveals cop was running an alleged extortion racket from the five-star hotel. The probe also reveals that the suspended cop was operating out of room number 1964 of the hotel in which he checked into using a forged Aadhaar card. The arrested Mumbai cop, Sachin Vaze's his case is getting murkier with each passing day. In the latest, the NIA probe has revealed that the cop was running his extortion racket from a room in the five-star hotel situated in Nariman Point. According to NIA, the hotel was booked by a businessman for Vaze for 100 days at a cost of rupees 12 lakhs. It also reveals that Sachin Vaze used a fake identity to check into the five-star hotel. Ironically, he's used the name of Sushant. Reveals several other police officers who worked with Vaze are also seen interrogated by the probe body. The probe also brings to light that the suspended cop was operating out of room number 1964. And the fictitious name used by him was Sushant Sadashiv Khamkar. A shootout specialist, Vaze was arrested on March 13 on charges of planning the planting of a Scorpio car laden with gelatin sticks and a threat letter near industrial Mukesh Ambani's residence, Antilia. Sources in the NIA said on Thursday that the suspended cop killed Thane businessman Mansukh Hiren, the owner of the Scorpio car, as he thought the latter was a weak link in the bomb scare case. The agency has also conducted searches at another hotel and a club in South Mumbai and a flat in neighboring Thane on Thursday in connection with this probe. After a massive search for nearly 10 days, the NIA finally caught and detained a mystery woman who was seen in the CCTV footage behind the accused Mumbai police official Sachin Vaze in the SUV and Thane businessman Mansukh Hiren's death case. The woman in question was accosted and detained by the NIA at the Mumbai airport on Thursday. Later, a team searched her home in the suburbs in the western Thane district and questioned her. As per preliminary reports and information, the woman was allegedly engaged in converting black money into white using a currency note accounting machine, one of which was found in one of the Mercedes-Benz cars used by arrested suspended Assistant Police Inspector Sachin Vaze, which was seized by NIA last month. The mystery woman angle had emerged in the case from March 25th when CCTV grabs of a five-star hotel showed her closely trailing Vaze out of the hotel, where he had stayed for at least 5 days in mid-February, baffling the NIA sleuths. Meanwhile, in the Parambir case, the Bombay High Court will render its verdict in the plea filed by former Mumbai Police Commissioner Param Bir Singh, seeking a Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) probe into the alleged malpractices of Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh on April 5th. The bench of Chief Justice Dipankar Datta and Justice G.S. Kulkarni reserved its order in the plea on Wednesday after hearing the parties at length. The court will pronounce its verdict in 3 other connected pleas. These include a petition filed by Ghanshyam Upadhyay seeking the formation of a court-monitored sit to look into the extortion charges alleged by Param Singh. Another plea filed by Chartered Accountant Mohan Bide seeks the formation of a committee headed by a retired Supreme Court or High Court judge for investigating into the allegations. A plea was also filed by Dr. Jayashree Patel, seeking a probe by the CBI or any other independent agency into the allegations of malpractices alleged by Singh. Senior advocate Vikram Nankani for Singh and advocates Subhash Jha and Alankar Kirpekar argued for a probe into the allegations, highlighting that one of the trigger points for Singh's letter was the transfer of officers. Nankani submitted that police officers were forced to work for their political masters. Referring to the Maharashtra government's move to constitute a committee to probe the allegations, Nankani then submitted that even the state government move to constitute a committee to probe the allegations. Nankani then submitted that even the state government believes that there is a need for the inquiry. However, he felt that the state's move was inadequate. After hearing counsel for other petitioners and rejoinder submissions by Nankani and AG Kumbhakoni, the court has reserved its order. Meanwhile, Mumbai has now got a very prestigious title given by the NCB. The NCB has red flagged Mumbai as the cocaine capital of India, saying that other metropolitan cities are not lagging behind with the drug mafia spreading its tentacles in India, Canada, and Australia. As much as 2,499 kilos of cocaine seized in the past 2 years in Sri Lanka, Port Elizabeth, and Panama had India as its destination. The international market for this lethal drug is 5 crores per kilogram. As one of the biggest manufacturers of potassium permanganate, a precursor chemical, there is a growing suspicion that the processing of cocaine may be shifted by drug cartel from South America to India. This is primarily due to the US Drug Enforcement Agency, the UK's National Crime Agency, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and Australian Drug Enforcement Agencies' pressure on the South America cocoa producing countries. I think it's cocaine producing countries. With all the drug enforcement agencies pooling their intelligence and resources on this network, not disclosed as it's an ongoing operation, as much as 20 kilos of cocaine was seized in India. 29 kilos of methamphetamine was recovered in the US. 55 kilos of cocaine and 200 kilos of methamphetamine was seized in Australia. According to NCB, the syndicate was uncovered after an Indian internet protocol was involved in the smuggling of 200 kilos of methamphetamine from Canada to Australia. The said IP address was traced to one Akshinder Singh Sodhi of Punjab, who was later arrested with 422 kilos of cocaine in India. The backtrack investigations of 55 kilos of cocaine concealed in a plasma cutting machine seized in Australia in June 2019 led the NCB to uncover the syndicate bases in India. Investigations revealed that the drug syndicate had floated fake companies for the drug to be smuggled and then concealed at Rudrapur in Uttarakhand. Working on this intelligence, the NCB conducted raids in Rudrapur, Ghaziabad, UP, Punjab, and Delhi to cumulatively seize 20 kilos of cocaine, with a number of arrests in these states, including Indonesian and Nigerian nationals. NCB investigations into the smuggling of 300 grams of cocaine in Mumbai led to the arrests of mastermind Harpal Singh Akka, Amrinder Chenna Akka Ladi, and his associate Sandeep Diol, who arranged all the paperwork and logistics while in India during the landing of the drug. The other members of the syndicate have been identified with the accused both in India and Canada. NCB also arrested a man operating a drug factory in South Mumbai. The NCB also recovered some banned narcotic substances from the wanted accused's car, he said. The NCB has arrested a man who operated a drugs factory of fugitive Don Dawood Ibrahim in Dongri area of South Mumbai, an official said on Friday. A team led by Zonal Director Zamir Wankade arrested Danish Chikna from Rajasthan with the help of the local police on Thursday evening, the official said. The NCB has been on the lookout for Chikna, who operated a drug manufacturing unit since the last few months following a series of raids in Dongri area, he said. The NCB also recovered some banned narcotic substances from the unwanted accused's car, he said. We moved to two very shocking cases. One in Lucknow, in one a doctor's wife was stabbed to death in front of kids by a Muslim carpenter named Gulfam, who was working in the house. In a shocking case which again highlights the importance of background check of people who are employed for work. A carpenter stabbed to death the woman in whose house he was working. The incident occurred in the posh Gomti Nagar area of Lucknow, UP. The carpenter, Gulfam, was hired by Dr. Harsh Agarwal and his wife Ruchi to do some work in their house. He was seen working for the past 1 month along with another carpenter. It was decided that the payment would be done on a per-day basis. As per the report, Ruchi had been paying him daily without fail, but Gulfam had been insisting on advance payment for the last few days. On Wednesday, Ruchi was alone in the house with her 2 children while the carpenter was working. In the afternoon, Gulfam again got into an argument with her and over the money and stabbed her in the stomach. The traumatized children called their father, who rushed home and informed the police. Ruchi's body was sent for postmortem. The accused Gulfam has been arrested while police is trying to recover the murder weapon. In another shocking case, around a dozen Muslim youth molested and trashed a Hindu girl, grievously wounding her brother in Lucknow, UP. The 2 cousins named Ehsan Ansari and Azad Ansari molested a girl standing outside her house. When the girl's brother came to her aid, he was also attacked and left half dead by the 2 accused and their accomplices. What is worse, it appears the girl and her family had previously complained to the police about the attackers, but no action was taken. The incident occurred in Hansanganj police station area of Lucknow. The girl, who belongs to a scheduled caste, community and is pursuing a beauty parlor course, was standing outside her house at around 8 p.m. when Ehsan Ansari and Azad Ansari grabbed her hand and started molesting her. When the girl protested, they thrashed her and tore off her clothes. Hearing the commotion, the girl's brother rushed out of the house, but he was pelted with stones by the accused. The Ansaris called more accomplices, and for 15 minutes, the gang terrorized the entire colony. The girl's brother was hit on the head with a brick and was only half conscious when the attackers ran off after issuing threats. As per the girl's family, the two prime accused, Ehsan and Azad Ansari, had been harassing the girl for 2 months. Whenever they were rebuked, they would come to the girl's house and threaten the family. The family alleged that a few days back they had complained to the police, but no action was taken. Locals said that Ehsan Ansari had assaulted a neighbor just a day before on Wednesday. He was then arrested by police for the assault and got out on bail on Thursday. It was while returning home from jail, along with his cousin, that he spotted the girl and molested her. Police have lodged a case of molestation and assault against 4 named and 6 unknown persons under the SCST Act and other IPC sections and are conducting searches to arrest the accused. Meanwhile, viewers, in an interesting incident, a YouTuber spends 50 hours buried alive in a coffin. The clip gets over 50 million views. This was the most insane thing I've ever done, the YouTuber wrote while sharing the video. The video by the YouTuber named Mr. Beast has created a chatter online, prompting some to ask, but why? It shows the YouTuber, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, spending more than 50 hours buried in a box underground. This was the most insane thing I've ever done, he wrote. The clip opens to show him getting inside a transparent coffin equipped with food, water, a blanket, and pillows. The 12-minute-long video that is extracted from his 50 hours of underground footage shows that YouTuber communicating with his friends above the ground through a walkie-talkie. One of his friends also explains how he is breathing inside the coffin and introduces a medic on standby in case anything takes a wrong turn. The video ends with the YouTuber coming out of the ground after staying buried for over 2 days. That's all the news for today, friends. Let me come back to your comments and see what you have to say. Uma, yes, shocking to hear about the molestation of what guts to do this. Somewhere, Uma, this seems like a pattern, and if this is not tackled, I mean, they said they're bringing a law on this, but if this is not tackled, it's going to be even bigger. Manish Banote, Parambir had all the blessings of Papa. Looks like. Drugs is legal and our shop selling it. Phil, Canada is a disaster. Drugs is legal and there are shops selling it. Yes, this is enough to destroy society. Mano Karupia, Parambir may be a Pandora's box. Yes, indeed. If he's cross-questioned and given 3rd degree, yes, indeed. I don't know, Tony, which incident you're referring to. Michelle Palmer, great updates. Thank you, Michelle, for always joining me. Thank you, Anjan, for joining. Yes, Tony, it's important for viewers to know that, see, when fraud people spread fake news on YouTube and expect people to believe it, like the Lata Mangeshkar case or the Dilip Kumar, So please do not watch these videos and encourage these people, because some people also say that Sushant is alive. We all know that Sushant is not alive. Sushant died. So it's just to build a sort of a sensation, to say, and to create even more confusion in people's minds. So please ignore such people and do not watch them. Yes, Meena ma'am, I've seen these videos named, and he said that's, yeah. So please ignore such people. Motala. Vanda Kumar. Ma'am, now it's clear and understood that CBI is also sold. CBI won't do anything like we raise voice for CBI on Twitter. Now we should do new starting for justice, raising voice of NIA to investigate Sushant Kasi. Yes, Vanda Kumar, if the NIA also joins, it'll become stronger. So I hope that will happen. And I hope that CBI will come out with something soon. Girija Balan, good evening to you as well. Manav Rajput. Dilip Kumar dancing in Disha's party kaise hai? He's 98-year-old, so he can't stand up. How can? Yeah. Yes. Ruchira Padya, hello from Australia. Yes, all of us, we hope that this case will get justice. Because, see, I still feel Ruchira very strongly that the three children are not part of it. There is something much more devious that is happening, which the Mumbai police is trying to cover up. Just in the case of Vaze, there is something very, very, eerie about this case as well. Uma, what do you think will happen in the NI case now that the mystery woman is caught? Any idea on how Wazi is kept safe? I'm sure they're looking into it, Uma, because he is the one who will provide all the proof. So I'm sure he must be getting all the protection that he needs. And this is, of course, finding the mystery woman has added strength to the case. Yes, Tony, and I'm telling you about YouTuber Dil Se Dil Tak saying Lata Mangeshkar was present at crime scene and Dilip Kumar. Yeah, so that's what I'm telling you, that this is ridiculous. Whoever is spreading this message and this kind of news, fake news, should be, questioned on what sort of news is he spreading. Yes, this is the man it's actually the key to the whole thing. If he is caught Sindhu, that will be the, ultimate. Everything should pop out regarding politics, Bollywood, underworld, everything. Everything will come out. Mumbai Police Chief, High Police has blessed links with CBI officers. So all case up to now, CBI investigating in Maharashtra, CBI hasn't solved yet. And NIA should come in. Yes, I agree with you, Kumar. This is very, very important that NIA should also step in. Sujata Nandigama says, I've seen all his sessions before 7 months and still watching. You guys should stop spreading fake news about others. Thank you, Ree. Good evening, Ranjita. I think that should wrap it all up. Thank you, friends, for joining me today. And we'll see you tomorrow, same time, for the latest news. Thank you.